and then he's on your left. On your right is Kyle Abell. He is playing basically a junk deck. It was one time very, very popular on the Open Series. Like kind of a pre-Maverick thing. However, it does look like Kyle Abell has a choke in play, so islands aren't untapping. However, Jesse has quite a few things that must be dealt with straight away.
So Delver of Secrets has flipped Insectile Aberration as part of that attack force. 2 spirits are going to jump in the way of Delver, and Jesse.
Okay, Jesse
using Abrupt Decay to deal with the choke.
But choke puts another permanent type in the graveyard, and so I'm gonna guess that was the lethal play. So we're gonna go to a game 3.
Yeah, so not much to see in that match except that we saw that Kyle has access to choke and Jesse has access to Abrupt Decay.
Yes.
No surprise on either side.
Choke used to be a monster. I used to live in fear of choke.
Yeah.
And like, see, when the Open Series was first new, maybe 2008, 2009, I played a ton of Counterbalance. And choke was the card I feared the most because there was just simply not a good answer to it. Oblivion Ring was slow and unreliable. Crossing Grip was very popular. And Abrupt Decay, Detention Sphere.
Yeah, it did not exist.
We're not printed it.
I believe first event I ever did coverage for was in San Jose, and I think did you win there in San Jose with Counterbalance?
I won Standard.
You won Standard. I knew you won that weekend. What were you playing in Standard Rug?
Yeah, I played Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Yeah.
Pretty good card.
But you played, I think, Counterbalance in that tournament. Yeah.
I played Counterbalance for the greater part of 2 years.
Yeah.
So in the opportunity.
That was January 2011.
Yeah.
Looking at the sideboards, obviously they've already come into play at this point in the match.
Wow.
Saw the chokes. What
look at this. Kyle likes his one-offs. There are 13 different cards in Kyle's sideboard. This counts down some of the things. The multiple cards. There's 1 Crossing Grip, 1 Crucible of Worlds, 1 Sword of Feast and Famine. That goes with the Stoneforge Mystic. 1 Zealous Persecution, 1 Obsidat Ghost Council.
Very nice.
1 Maelstrom Pulse, 1 Surgical Extraction, Oblivion Ring, 1 Humility. Hopefully that doesn't come into play. The aforementioned Choke and Engineered Plague. The only multiple copies are 2 Leyline of Sanctity and 2 Ether's 1 Canonist.
Neither of which likely to come into play here.
For sure, yeah. I mean, those are definitely for the unfair decks of the format.
Bug Delver, not an unfair deck.
I mean, the cards I would expect would be the cheap cards. Sword of Feast and Famine is not bad. It's pretty poor against Abrupt Decay, but good against, black and green cards otherwise. And the Choke, obviously, that we saw.
Yeah, on Jesse's side, he's got 3 copies of Submerge that don't really have so many targets, but he's also got 2 Disfigure. That's something that I haven't seen in a while.
Oh, the smiley face. He's bringing it back.
Haven't seen that one in a while.
That's classy.
Yeah, so he's got an additional Abrupt Decay. He's got a Dark Blast, which is nice against a lot of these, basically the entire creature suite for Kyle. He's got a Maelstrom Pulse as well. So he's got a lot of cheap answers to Kyle's guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kyle doesn't have a lot of huge cards.
Right. So I think the Submerge is probably less likely than the Dark Blast, the Abrupt Decay. He's got the Maelstrom Pulse for like the I guess the Batter Skull.
Lingering Souls tokens.
And Lingering Souls tokens. Yeah. But it's a nice catch-all.
Alright, so the Judge Foil Caracas.
Very nice.
Casts Swords to Plowshares just off camera. But, so Foil Caracas casts white bordered Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, to deal with Jesse's Deathrite Shaman. leaving Kyle with the only Deathrite Shaman in play at the moment here on turn 2. There's a DCI foil Polluted Delta. And he's going to, Jesse's going to immediately fetch.
He did bring in his Submerges.
Okay.
Thing is, like, if I was playing a junk deck, I would expect a card like Knight of the Reliquary. It's not bad against Deathrite Shaman or Dark Confidant.
Yeah, I was also thinking Tarmogoyf. You know,
right, Tarmogoyf is a card you would expect.
Yeah, I think that's why when I saw Submerge, I thought, oh yeah, Tarmogoyf, and then I looked over, there was no Tarmogoyf.
Right, so that's like a really cool thing about Kyle's deck, being relatively unpredictable. Not having cards you would expect. Having a bunch of like different one-offs. He has a Bit of Blossom, a Sensei's Divining Top, just one of each. One Sorin, Lord of Innistrad.
Wow. So Jesse uses Abrupt Decay to deal with Kyle's Deathrite Shaman, and now Kyle is that a Modern Masters Dark Confidant?
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, can you bring up the Modern Masters Dark Confidant? I mean, we're pretty sure that's obviously what it is, but I would like to showcase it because Modern Masters obviously
I have not
just
seen
released.
That.
We haven't. This is the first Modern Masters card
we've had
with new art that we've seen on camera, right?
Wow. I was trying to figure out what that card was, and that's fantastic. Like,
yeah,
set's been out all of 2 days.
Yeah, there it is. Dark Confidant, new artwork on in the Modern Masters version. And of course, we all know what it does. But if you don't know, if you're new to the game or just you know haven't experienced the Dark Confidant, it is a 2/1 for 2 that allows you to draw an additional card every turn, and you lose life equal to its casting cost, whatever that card happens to be. Now, what's great is when you just draw lands off the Dark Confidant.
Yes, and then draw a spell for your turn.
Yeah. So Dark Confidant dealt with by Liliana of the Veil from Jesse Inman. So these guys are just making a mess and cleaning each other's messes up. That's all that's happening here. No additional card off the Dark Confidant for Kyle Abell.
So Kyle's options are Abrupt Decay, Lingering Souls, and Sword of Feast and Famine. Looks like it. There's also one card that I'm not sure.
Here's the Lingering Souls.
Let's see, maybe it's another Dark Confidant. It's not being very camera friendly. This card shuffling, but yeah, it is a black card. Some variety. In Jesse's hand, we see a Tarmogoyf. Let's see what else we got.
He's quite a glare and for his hand, not on the table. All right, he looks like he's going to.
He has an Abrupt Decay as well.
Cast the Tarmogoyf potentially. Yeah, looks like that's the card he's thinking about.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Jesse having second thoughts.
Spirit upgrade there.
I liked Kyle's Spirits as well.
I actually don't have a preference between either one. Like, I like these. I like Kyle's.
Yeah, I like. Well, these are very clear and obvious what you're using. I always like using some sort of official token or something with at least with a printed power and toughness.
So, Wasteland from Jesse to deal with Kyle's dual land, and now he's going to follow that up with a Tarmogoyf. Liliana ticks up.
See, once again, I think Jesse should have started with the Liliana activation
for the information.
For the withhold information.
Exactly. Right.
Because now that Jesse wastelanded the green source, Kyle's more likely to discard something like Abrupt Decay.
Right. So yeah, Kyle could have potentially discarded a land there if he felt like, you know what I mean, if he felt like that was the play, then get wastelanded, or a removal spell for Abrupt Decay. I mean, for Tarmogoyf, like Abrupt Decay. So, you know, he making him choose the discard.
Yeah, he
early.
discarded the Sword of Feast and Famine, which ended up being like the once you if Kyle has a land, 3 lands, he can cast his sword, which is very good here. But if he doesn't have a land, it's not effective.
Yeah, so he did draw into a land, but he has no access to green, so Abrupt Decay is a dead card.
And it's a card that he needs quite a bit.
Yeah, at this point, an Abrupt Decay would be ideal.
is huge. We have in addition to all the standard card types, land, instant, sorcerer, creature, there is a Planeswalker and Lily on the Abell, an artifact with Sword of Feast and Famine.
I believe that is a second copy of Dark Confidant for Kyle Abell. It's hiding in the shadows.
Wow!
And a Golgari Charm.
Wowza!
From Jesse Inman.
A little showboating, but
gonna clear Kyle's side of the wood. That was a bonfire. High five. Yeah, that was like a bonfire, wasn't it? I mean, kinda.
Kyle gives Jesse the high five for Golgari Charming.
You know, I think he deserves it. I like it.
Absolutely.
And of course, there you see Golgari Charm if you haven't seen it in standard.
So, Tarmogoyf plummets to a 5/6 for the turn.
Yeah,
so
good call.
It deals 5 damage.
Right.
But I think
it's actually interesting how these charms actually have some impact in Legacy. Again, another
they're
standard
so flexible,
card.
and you want flexible cards that destroy each of the card types.
Yeah, and so that easily dealt with the. He was probably planning on using Golgari Charm for those Lingering Souls tokens anyway, and then just got extra value when Kyle decided to add a second Dark Confidant to the board. But as we see, flashback Lingering Souls from Kyle. Here comes the Tarmogoyf from Jesse yet again, this time with the full 6 power, 7 toughness. Just to clarify, is Kyle at 14 or 15? Because like you said, that Tarmogoyf should have been, that is 15, okay. Good call.
If I could see Kyle's life pad correctly, he just corrected it.
Okay, so...
And then now he's deciding whether or not he wants to block this Tarmogoyf.
Right, okay. So yeah, that Golgari Charm didn't only affect Kyle's side of the board. Jesse's creatures get -1/-1 as well, so it was just a 5 power Tarmogoyf that got in last turn and knocked Kyle's at 15. So it looks like it's knocking into 9 here.
Yep.
I think. It looked like a life total change.
Yeah, that's a 9 on screen. So
yeah,
Kyle falls to 9.
So what's Jesse's follow-up? It is a Misty Rainforest and a pass.
Land 5. Well, what do you do to punish somebody that has a bunch of lands? You draw Wasteland. Not super effective here.
No, he's got an Abrupt Decay, but no green mana right now.
Yes. He's pretty much drawn all of his non-green sources. He does have Scrublands in his deck.
This time looks like he's planning on blocking that Tarmogoyf. He's left both spirits back.
Yes.
And
I like attacking with one of the spirits.
Right.
Simply because the attack's not lethal.
Exactly what I mean.
Even if you are planning on chump blocking.
And Jesse again with another
number
Golgari
2. 2 Golgari Charms?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's like...
Yeah,
wow.
they're there. That's both of them. What is that? Looks like a chump blocker to me. Back to Jesse's turn. Can draw another Golgari Charm. Nor would it be good.
Snapcaster Mage. He does have 2. Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't be great here. But, yeah.
Looks like something big for Jesse.
He's fetching anyway.
Yeah, for all this mana. Oh, a Hardcast Submerge, I believe, is going to be
yeah, because his opponent doesn't control the forest.
Yeah.
Because he wastelanded it.
There's the Submerge. There's the lethal attack from Tarmogoyf, and there's the handshake. Jesse Inman wins 2-1 with some fantastic plays.